morning. This is Life's Dream, number 57. And welcome. Grab your coffee. Maybe better light a fire. Corky will try and light a fire here. All right.
I'd like you to walk with me in my mind. The worst you could do is follow behind. You'll stroll through my thoughts, read my desires. You'll find yourself in my memory wires. Walk in my mind, then you'll know what I feel. See what you find, alive and within, state of my mind. The sweetness of you sincerely displays itself as a glow in my mind's special caves. Walk in my mind, and then you'll know what I feel. I'd like you to share, if that is your wish. I hope it's true. You'll walk in my mind, walk in yours too. Walk in my mind, then you'll know what I feel.
There you go. Well, this
Welcome
is
to whatever this is.
Democracy. You
Whatever,
can save
yeah.
Democracy Part 2.
Okay,
And
so
this will just be like a little 5 minutes that Tyler didn't get
yes,
to last time.
We're going to have Tyler from Common Cause Illinois come back and just give you a little thing. And here's the whole point of this whole thing. There's a few different points. But let's get the news of the day out of the way. I wanted to read what Toronzo Cannon said, and what Holly and I said this morning when we heard the news.
Oh boy.
We said, yeah, oh boy. Well, it's one of two things. Either our president has coronavirus or our president doesn't. It could be one or the other. Because when a man lies day and night, and that's all they do, and is afraid of the truth, and you don't know. You know, the first thought was, oh yeah, he's making it up. But then I thought, no, it's just as likely that he caught it because of... Anyway, enough of that. Okay, because the whole point is really, especially now, this news doesn't really matter. What matters is what we do about it. Because just to complain or say, oh my God, this and that, you know, but there's stuff we can actually do to make it better. And so I try, you know, in my life, I try, if I want to point out a problem, I'm reluctant to point it out until I have some solution. So this is solution type of stuff. So we had Tyler on last week, and he talked about, you know, all the things that Common Cause has been doing for 50 years, completely nonpartisan, to basically protect the democracy. They basically had our back for 50 years, doing all kinds of amazing things, nonpartisan, most people support, protecting our back. So now there's something that we could actually do to help save our democracy from all of this, and actually take part. And by going to commoncause.org, seeing what they're doing, seeing how you can help, going to protectthevote.net, and seeing what you can do. You could actually be a poll watcher from your home. You know, we're going to need a lot of poll watchers, nonpartisan poll watchers from our home. How, as I said last time, Holly and I actually saved about 160 votes when we were poll watchers, because there were some people, when they found out they were a particular kind of voter, they would send them away, and we'd go, no, why, where are you going? They said, well, they told us we can't vote here. Come, and we checked it out, 160 people, because of what Holly and I did, were able to vote. So you guys could do the same thing from your home. You could also monitor social media. You could take 30 minutes out and volunteer those 30 minutes to look at the internet, and when you see misinformation about voting, you could report it and they'll do something about it. There's all kinds of amazing stuff you can do. Anyway, let's introduce, I'll let Holly introduce
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler St. Clair from from Common Cause, Illinois.
I'll just review quickly.
Yeah, she's going to read the bio.
Tyler St. Clair joined Common Cause in February of this year, and he is the outreach manager for Common Cause. His primary responsibilities include community outreach and engagement, volunteer recruitment, and the creation of programming to pursue campaign priorities. Prior to joining Common Cause, Tyler worked on multiple campaigns advocating for the environment and public health, which took him to Indiana, Iowa, and finally Maine, where he coordinated a statewide campaign to protect the air we breathe. Tyler received his bachelor's degree from University of Indiana in Evansville, and most recently received a Master of Public Administration degree from Auburn University with a focus on election administration. He has studied and worked on issues pertaining to the administration of elections in the United States as well as abroad. He even served as an international observer in 2019 in an election of the president in Nigeria. So that's our Tyler, and he's going to fill us in on what we missed last week.
Yeah, we're going to do a little, back up like about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into just this like 3-minute thing where Tyler explains what you could do in Illinois. Because for most of what he did last week, we talked about national. But you could find that out for yourself by going to protectthevote.net or commoncause.org. But here's Tyler.
So I know a lot of people, and for good reason, sort of feel this general sense of dread and despair and hopelessness in 2020. With all of the craziness that's going on. I believe an asteroid is actually supposed to pass by the Earth in a couple of days, alarmingly close, which is sort of comically bad, I guess. But with everything going on, I think there are a lot of justified reasons for people to feel this general sense of hope, or hopelessness and despair. The first thing that I would say is I would turn that anxiety into action. No one is coming to save us. We have to do this work ourselves. And sometimes that's really difficult, right? There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of reasons why you might feel beat down some days. But it's up to us to fight for the change that we want to see in our country, in our government, in our communities, the way we want to be represented, the way that we want our government to behave, the way that we want money to influence our politics, if we want it to at all, the say that we have as citizens in the American government. It's up to us. No one's coming to save us. And so I would just, again, encourage everyone who's feeling any sort of sense of despair and dread, we're fighting this fight, and we would love to have you with us. And it's going to take all of us to fight for these really important changes. But again, we would be thrilled to have you join us, commoncause.org. Join us in this fight to fight for a country that is fair and just and equitable for all of its citizens.
That was brilliant. That was unbelievable. Yeah. Yes. Now, incredible.
Let me just ask.
Thank you. I just got to get warmed up, then I'm okay.
That was so good.
So anyway, that was a little bit of what he did last week, the end of it.
And if you do vote by mail, again, there are multiple ways that you can turn in your mail ballot, right? So you apply for your mail ballot in the state of Illinois, you receive it. If you're comfortable filling it out right then and there, you can drop it right back in the mailbox, send it to your election authority, and you're done. The process is now up to the county clerk or the Board of Elections, and your ballot will be processed and tabulated for election day. If you receive your mail ballot and decide that you don't want to send it back through the mail, here in Illinois, depending on where you live, what county you live in, you have the option to return your ballot via drop box. If you receive your ballot, but for whatever reason, maybe you just forget to fill it out till a couple days before election day, and so you don't feel comfortable filling out and trying to get it in the mail on time. You don't feel comfortable dropping it in a drop box, and you want to vote in person. If you've received your mail ballot, take your mail ballot with you to a polling location, surrender it to an election judge, and they will then allow you to vote in person, either through early voting or on election day. Outside of that, let's say that you requested a mail ballot and you never received it for whatever reason. You can still vote in person. You go to your polling place, whether again through early voting or on election day, you will have to sign an affidavit claiming that you never received a mail ballot, but then again, you'll be able to vote in person through early voting or on election day. So again, there are a lot of opportunities available to you. Even though we have expanded vote by mail, there are still plenty of opportunities to either vote by mail or vote in person.
Okay, that was it.
So
I'm gonna go ahead.
The additional Illinois, yes? Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Okay, so yes,
That was just some information that you can tell other people about.
So Common
And
Cause can be the person who can tell you who gets the call when voters are intimidated. That would be, you can call Common Cause. What happens when a polling place might be rendered ineffective due to intimidating presence and tactics at the polling place? You can call Common Cause. They can solve that for you. You can contact Tyler St. Clair at commoncause.org.
Yeah. Absolutely. Or protectthevote.net. Protectthevote.net is really more specifically about the election. But I just want to say that, as I said last week, a couple things. First of all, I look at politics as a beautiful thing. Politics, if you boil it down, it's just us sitting around the room saying, we're going to live together. Let's just have some guidelines, some rules, so we won't get in each other's way, or how, well, we have this person, who has a problem, and what can we do to make it better for everybody, It's like that kind of a thing. It's like helps people, it's like compassion. It can be used for really bad things, but it's a really beautiful tool, and people shouldn't go like that when they say, oh, politics. Money is used for bad things, but money could be used for very good things, so I just wanted to share that talking point perspective with you. And bottom line is we should feel good, we should be happy, we should be comfortable, we should be content. And from that we could fight for our democracy. It's not going to help if we're angry or frustrated from that place. So this is a song I wrote in 1971, I believe, about meditation. I'm going down to Sleepy Hollow. It's been a while, at least I know. Since I rested in the redwood trees, watched and felt the willows grow. I'm going down to Sleepy Hollow. I'll find some time to get away. A country cottage in the wildwood. Leave my troubles place no one could ever hope to find. I'm going down to Sleepy Hollow. I wish someday that I might stay and live my life out in the forest, a quiet, peaceful highway. Sleepy Hollow, it's my home. It's in the woodlands, it's in my mind. The water's sweet, the air's so pure, a place no one could ever hope to find. Sleepy Hollow in my home. It's in the woodland, it's in my mind. Water sweet, the air so pure, a place no one could ever hope to find. I'm going down to Sleepy Hollow. Wish someday that I might stay and live my life out in the forest, my quiet, peaceful highway. Sleepy Hollow, it's my home. It's in the woodlands, it's in my mind. The water's sweet, the air is pure, a place no one could ever hope to find.
So we'll see you on the Zoom.
Oh, we could zoom now.
Yeah, it's the
This is called
Boomer Zoomer.
Boomer Zoomer. Right at nooner.
At nooner. Boomer Zoomer at nooner.
Yeah, and you could go to corkymusic.com/stream and join us for a Zoom. And I'll repeat that, corkymusic.com/stream and join us for a Zoom. I just repeated that.
We'll resume.
Yeah, the other thing is I should tell you, let me look at the time. Yeah, we got a couple minutes. So I wanted to tell you about the Unrecorded Love Project. We have just finished almost, about 5 or 6 tracks with Toronzo Cannon, with Marcy Levy, with Ernie Watts is about to turn, he just finished his part. Who did I?
Tracy Nelson.
Tracy Nelson is gonna hand something in a day or two. Who am I leaving out? Frank Orrell from
Poi Dog Pondering. He has a beautiful poem that he sang.
And these are all sort of rough mixes, rough tracks. And so we actually started the project. It's a crowdfunding project. If you want to learn about it, you could go to corkymusic.com and you'll be trapped forever on these pages. But we're getting to the point now, we had plenty of people supporting the project, and we were able to do these recordings, and now we have to get them mixed and get them finessed. So we're going to need another surge of support. But again, this is a project that wouldn't happen with me just doing it. But everyone involved, they can do it. So just read about it on the page, no big deal. And just wanted to tell you that we're really moving on with the project and getting things recorded. It's really fun and really brilliant. And Toronzo, we have a chamber blues arrangement of his insurance song,
Maybe
which is really great.
next week we might show you just a couple of seconds of some
Yeah,
of
we
these
may
things.
tease you a little
Yeah.
bit. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that project and thank everyone for contributing and participating. That's really appreciated. So anyway, we'll sign off now, and we'll say goodbye, and maybe
Have
see you on
a
Zoom.
great weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Stay warm and stay safe.
Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday
That's right.
for another. And for up until the election, and maybe a few weeks after, we're going to continue just having a little public service announcement of a political orientation. And I've been involved in politics my whole life. It's my main thing, even more than music. So, let's say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.